Hi guys, and welcome back. I'm Sammy, and today we're discussing positive habits to try and get into to help increase better mental health. So, my first positive habit is to do things for you. Now, this doesn't mean become completely selfish and do everything for you and nothing for anybody else. But by giving yourself some time to do something you enjoy, or not going to a certain place with your friends because you feel uncomfortable, by doing these things for you, you will feel better. So, for me personally, I'll do 5 things for other people, then giving myself an entire day to, relax, read, have a bit of me time. So, by doing this, you're giving yourself time to do things that make you happy, and by doing things that make you happy, it increases good mental health because you're not always in like a really down state of doing everything for everybody else and then getting nothing in return. And if you do find that you do a lot of things for others, but then when you need something they're not there, you don't have to put up with that. So like literally remove them from your life because you do not need those kind of people. If you do something for somebody else, it's nice if you get something in return. It's that whole treat others how you'd want to be treated. It's something we're told from a very young age to do. Respect people and they'll respect you back. Help somebody out and they'll help you back. We're taught from a young age that, smiles and laughter are contagious. And if you smile in the morning, it will come back round to you. You're taught to like love each other, but then there's people out there that don't, and they'll just take advantage of nice people. So if you find that, you've been doing something for years for this exact same person, but then when you need their help, it's, an excuse after excuse after excuse to why they can't help you, get rid of them. If people aren't helping you after everything you do for them, that's not doing things for you. That's just going to make you feel worse. You need to give yourself time to do things for yourself. You need to, have people that you can rely on. That, if you help them, they'll help you. And it can be hard to find these people, and I understand that. But it makes you feel so much better knowing that you have people that you can actually turn to. Like, some people say, oh yeah, but I'll return a favour if you need it. But then when you do need it, they're nowhere to be seen. So I guess what I'm trying to say is be selfish in what you do and who you fill your life with to make sure that you're happy instead of just making everybody else happy. Because everybody else's happiness, is great, but your happiness is what truly matters. Because if you're an unhappy person, this is when you slip into the negative habits I talked about in last week's video. And this is when, you start getting more negative thoughts, you start overthinking more, and you start going back into having bad mental health at a more constant rate. So do things for yourself and fill your life with better people. People you can actually turn to. Okay, so my next two habits kind of link. So dressing up for yourself. If you like an outfit, you go out and wear it. If you want to wear makeup, go wear it. If you want to shave all your hair off, go for it. Don't listen to what other people say. If someone calls you ugly, that doesn't mean you need to go out and put like 10-inch thick makeup on. Go out there with confidence, rocking yourself. Because outer beauty, some people look like supermodels naturally, others don't. Others have to like work really hard for it. But true outer beauty comes from inner beauty. If you have confidence to go out there and despite what everybody else says, rock you, you are the most beautiful person in that room. Ugliness is only there if you're mean to others about how they look. In fact, just being mean to others in general makes you an ugly person. Or if you don't have the confidence, to be you, that makes you an ugly person. Because you start believing everything these people think. So you start changing yourself. And by changing yourself, you lose you. So you become more ugly because you've lost the true you. Your outside doesn't fit with the inside. And every single one of you are beautiful people. So to get this confidence, it's easy to, ignore what everybody says. It's easier said than done. Trust me, I know. But if you keep going out in these outfits, or keep doing makeup the way you like it, or having your hair the way you like it, you will eventually feel better. And I know it's hard for some people who have, a little money, so you rely a lot on, hand-me-downs, and sometimes, they're not what you like. Let me tell you, YouTube is full of DIY videos on how to snazz up a wardrobe. I'm sure you can find a way to rock those clothes. For me, I used to struggle a lot with people telling me that I was, fat. So I never really liked wearing crop tops. I used to wear a lot of oversized jumpers. But then I started thinking, well, why am I doing this for them? I wouldn't turn to them for advice. So why do I listen to all the criticism they give me? If I should listen to anyone's criticism, it should be people I would turn to for advice. So, I started wearing things for me, things that I liked the look of, things that I thought looked great. And, you're going to get negative comments. But if you like the way you look, does it really matter? Because you're happy with yourself. And this leads me on to our next point of living healthy for you. If someone calls you fat, don't lose the weight for them. Or if someone says you're too skinny, don't put weight on for them. Be happy with the way that you are. If you want to go and get a second round of cake, go for it. Bring me a slice on the way back. If you, want to live a salad life, carrots, lettuce, cucumber, onions, whatever, here's a tip. Make sure, you keep your, the veg that you're going to use fresh. Makes the salad a hell of a lot nicer. Some people put salt on. I don't see the fun of it. But, do things for you. Don't over-exercise because someone's called you fat. Exercise so that you are fit in terms of, you can run around the block and not run out of breath kind of thing. Don't, aim for these goals that other people have set for you. The only people you should listen to in terms of weight and healthy living is your doctors. They know what's healthy for your height, your biological sex. They can tell you if you are overweight or underweight while taking muscle weight into more of consideration than what you can do at home. They are the only people you should listen to. If a doctor advises you to lose weight for your health, then yeah, lose weight for your health. But if the popular girl says it, don't listen. She doesn't know. She's bringing you down because she's insecure herself. It's the same with guys, especially it's more in sports with guys than in general. If you get told to, lose weight or gain muscle, don't do it because they've said it. Do it because you're in love with that sport. Do it because that's something you want to do. You shouldn't have to take people's criticism and change yourself when it's going to make you unhappy. You know, you're advised to try and do at least 30 minutes of walking a day, which is kind of hard right now. But you know, doing like a 5 or a 10-minute workout a day, it increases hormones that make you happier. So I would wholeheartedly recommend doing a little bit of exercise a day. Eating a bit healthier, because it does make you happier, but don't do it for the wrong reasons. Don't do it because of the negativity, because that just makes you more unhappy. It makes you less motivated to do it and can actually make you worse than if you ignored what they said. You know, do that exercise for you. Eat that salad for you because it's healthier and it makes your body happier. You know, it helps balances everything in your body, whether it's like hormones or, you know, you needed more carbs. You know, by eating healthier and doing exercises, it makes your body healthier, it makes your body fitter, it helps all your body functions work better, so then you feel happier. Where if you lose like 100 pounds just because someone called you fat, that's not going to make you happier. You may have lost that weight, you may even look greater than what you did before, but you're still going to see that person before. You're going to, you know, it's going to put you in a negative loop, and you're going to keep going and going and going till you reach an extremely unhealthy level. So by doing things for you, and it's really hard to, you know, not listen to the criticism, and it's really, you know, hard to ignore them, but by doing things for you, you become happier and healthier than if you did things because people brought you down. Now, there's a difference between doing things because people brought you down and doing things just to prove a point to people, you know, to spite them, because you're like, actually, I can do that. I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to look better. I'm going to be more beautiful, more healthier. And you're going to have to eat your own words. That sometimes can actually be healthy. But there's a stage when it becomes unhealthy. So just be careful in living healthy. If you are going to go down that route to like spite people, you shouldn't need to. You know, you guys are beautiful the way that you are. And I don't even need to see you guys to know that. But you know, everybody could do with a little bit more healthy living to make you happier. And don't do it just because I've said it. Don't do it because of all the negative comments out there. Do it for you. If you feel like you're unhappy on a personal level with, I don't know, the way that you eat or what you wear, you should change that on your own terms, not because other people have said so. And I really wish I was told this at a younger age. And like, you know, your parents tell you, but then you're like, yeah, but what do your parents know? They haven't grown up around the same things you have. I mean, I'm lucky that I have a younger mum. So she, you know, has gone through this a lot more than people with older parents have. You know, she is more in tune with everything that's going on. I mean, she was finishing education when I was born. And then her brother, my uncle, was still, like, he was still in, like, secondary. So she is more adapted to things than other people's parents. But you still don't believe them because you're like, yeah, but you're my parent. You're saying that because you have to. So it'd be nicer if I'd had somebody my age that would have said that. Somebody that I knew that was going through the same things, getting the same hate, spinning around and being like, well, I'm happy with the way I am. You know, you don't need to listen to them. And it's a lot harder now with, you know, all social media than it would be without it. And I'm not saying, no, social media is evil. I personally don't particularly like using it a lot. I use Instagram more than Facebook because Instagram seems to be more happier. It seems to be more filled with love. I mean, you can't hate a person's photo on Instagram. You either like it or you leave it. Where on Facebook, you can like physically, angry face it, bring people down using the emojicons. But then on either, people can comment and say stuff. And it's like Snapchat's the same. And I think with Snapchat it's harder because, sometimes the snaps can disappear before you can save them. So then it's like you've seen that and that brings you down. And there's nothing you can really do about it apart from, carrying on your life with that in the back of your head. And I found that cutting down the time I spend on social media has made me happier because I don't have all these negative people at me. And be careful who, you allow to see your private accounts. Because if you just accept anyone, you're going to get more hate and more negativity. And you don't need that. So, by living happier and healthier for you, it's a very positive thing to have in your life, being happy with yourself. But it's really hard to do so. But, we shouldn't be bringing other people down. We should build each other up. So I guess I kind of went off on a rant at that. But the positive habit is to live healthy for you and not for anybody else. Do things for you, not anybody else. So my next habit is to take breaks from work. Because if you try and do so much at once, it's you're going to get more stressed. But if you take, 30-minute break every few hours, gives you time to, relax, look at things with fresh eyes. You might have realised, oh, that sentence doesn't quite make sense. And in terms, it can make your work better. If you have to read something for school and annotate it, sometimes it can get too much. So, put it away. Go do something else. And when you come back to it, it's so much easier to do. And I don't just mean this in every day take a few breaks. This is why schools have your summer holidays, your Easter break, so you have a larger chunk of time off to, relax, de-stress. And for people who are in work, you don't get this as often because, taking holidays, money comes out of your wages for it. So enjoy the weekends that you get, the bank holidays you get. Hey, maybe book a random week off and have no plans for it. Because by allowing yourself to have these breaks and allowing yourself to, de-stress, it's going to eventually have a wonderful impact on the fact that, you are going to be less stressed constantly. So breaks are very important in work. And then this leads me on to my next habit of setting goals and aiming high. Don't set your bar here when you can reach here. The saying that I love is, shoot for the moon, because if you fail, you'll still land amongst the stars. And it's one of those is, you can aim here and work towards that goal, and you might only get here, but then you don't have as far to go to get that goal. Or if you set a goal down here, and you're going to cap yourself there, you're never going to reach your full potential. Your full potential could be all the way up here. So set goals and aim high. Set an overall top goal. So for me, by the time I turn 25, I want to be a marine biologist and I want to be saving all the coral. But set yourself smaller goals on the way to help. Kind of create a ladder in effect. So for me, it was pass my GCSEs and get into college, pass my A-levels and get into uni. And then I didn't quite get the grades I needed. Maybe I did aim a lot higher than, I was capable of. But because of because I did that, I was then able to still go to uni doing a foundation year, because the uni was like, actually, you could see that she, was trying. So, my goal for this year was to pass my foundation year so I could start my official course in September. We've not had official grade releases, but I'm getting there. And then in 3 years' time, I'm hoping that I will graduate as a marine biologist. So set yourself these smaller goals, building yourself up to this big goal, rather than capping your big goal too low. The higher you aim, the better chance you have of being successful and succeeding in life. And this can be hard for people, especially people with learning difficulties, or you come from a bad area, so your schooling is not that good. Maybe you don't have the money to go do these things. We're lucky to live in a day and age now where there's a lot more opportunities that are free for us to do. I mean, we can borrow money off the government to go to university and then not have to worry about paying it back. Because, eventually the debt goes and you only have to pay it back once you earn so much. So, technically it is still free education in a sense. And we're lucky that we're one of the countries, England is one of the countries that offer that. But if you got into a positive habit of saving money young to help reach your goals, this could help you if, maybe you don't get free education, or maybe the student loans that you can get aren't enough, Maybe your goal is, to start your own business. So while you're in education, save as much as you can, get a part-time job, work on the weekends, by saving this money, you can achieve all your other goals. So yes, that's another positive habit of saving money. I guess this is going to be my last one, is remove things that make you unhappy. So whether that's, an item, so, maybe someone bought you a top and when you're in it, you don't feel confident, get rid of it. Maybe it's a person, that friend you was, best friends with in year 1, you've grown up together. Maybe now that you're older, all they're doing is bringing you down. Get rid of them. Maybe you don't like your job, so look for a better one. Get rid of it. By removing things that make you unhappy, you're then going to become happier. And by being happier, you can get into all the other positive habits that I've mentioned. By being happier, you can be more confident in what, you do, what you wear. You're going to live healthier. You're going to set higher goals and dreams. You're going to, save that money. I guess every positive habit will then link back to you being happy and confident in the way that you are. So, pick up on small little things that are going to make you feel this way. So, whether that's, reading or being creative, maybe you love setting goals that are too high, just to prove everybody wrong in being like, yeah, I came from this rough area. I didn't have the greatest education. I can do it. Maybe, you're a lot older and you had to drop out of school for family reasons, or you didn't have the money, and maybe you're thinking, actually, I want to go back. Do it. Set that goal. Go higher. I mean, for me, my mum is the greatest inspiration. She had to, leave college because she had me, and within the last few years, she has gone back and now she's got all these different beauty like levels. She's doing really well for herself now. She's got qualifications in like hairdressing and nail technician, and and it has made her happier. And it doesn't matter what age you are, where we have those opportunities now to get better education. My little brother's just being accepted into this really good school, that's like more advanced levels because of how intelligent he is to what he'd have been doing if he stayed on at the school he was at. We have those opportunities now, and a lot of people can't get to those programs, but once they're older they have more options then. So set those goals high, and in doing so you might eventually reach your goals, help other people reach theirs. We should all be bringing each other up and trying to achieve happiness and helping others achieve that happiness. So I guess, in short, my positive habits can be broken down into 3 simple things. Be confident in yourself. Fill your life with things that make you happy, and by doing things that make you happy, and then helping people achieve the same, the same things that you are. Help people achieve their goals, help other people become happier. If you can develop the positive habits of, being happier, being more confident, help other people do that. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, love yourself for who you are and don't let people bring you down. So as my final message, I just want to say I'm starting a new Instagram, sunflowerchain_Sammy, if you'd like to go follow it. I'm going to try and upload every day a bit of, self-love, self-happiness to help other people. I'm going to use a hashtag, plant a little self-love. So, be happier, love yourself, other people will then love you. So use this hashtag to, spread your self-love, help other people. Maybe, you want to upload a picture of somebody who's inspired you, use the hashtag, tag them in it, it'll then make them feel better. So I'll see you all next week, and don't forget to plant a little love.